Look at your lesson before we dive into the model. Take a look at right to the exit ticket. Which, if you had to lock in like maybe 2 or 3 problems that really align with the exit ticket and really push their thinking, what 2 or 3 problems would you choose?
Yeah, so I went and I looked at page 136.
Yep.
I did the I do portion, and I should add to these the signs because we were saying the symbols, so I gotta do the symbols too.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought question 7 was a great I do because the think out loud is going to be more complicated than question 5 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
I would do question 5 as the we do, and question 6, which is like about a medium level question, for them to do. But I would like to do the I do with the highest level question, just so they can feel confident going into their exit ticket when they're doing their individual work.
Okay.
I don't know if you think that's not rigorous enough, or not. I don't know.
I'm gonna challenge you a little bit.
Okay.
So, have they had exposure with seeing money up to this point, like counting money? And all
So
that?
yeah, I mean this will be so this is now like the 3rd lesson of
Okay.
coins. They've had, and like I said, we've been practicing kind of coins throughout the year. Like I have brought out the coins before, and we have counted them.
I will move away from I do, we do, you do for this example, for this lesson.
Okay.
Let's let them really explore, and I want your push to be mathematical discourse.
Okay.
A lot of discussion, a lot of explaining why they think what they think. And we're gonna stick to the script, like what's exactly in Eureka, because I think it's a great conversation in here
Yeah.
to really hook them in and like really open up the lesson.
Yeah.
Okay, so I agree with you. I like 7. I even think 5 and 6 are even a little more challenging because to me, if I see that, if I know 4 quarters equals 100 cents, I can count by 10s to 100. I can count by 5s to 100.
Sure.
40, what was this value?
What, the quarter, the dimes, and the nickel?
Yeah, that was 60 cents. So like first they gotta unpack what the value of that is. Then now I gotta figure out what that is. 4 quarters, I mean, this is still a great problem. But like you said, I think 5, 6, 7, maybe let them explore with those problems independently and like you're circulating through the room.
So
You see how they do
maybe,
it. Or maybe one of those that we do. Maybe.
okay. These ones, what about, so on my slide, I have this one as like, maybe we can, I mean, if we're not doing the I do, we do, and we're following the script, I was obviously follow the script for concept development and all that, but this right here, do you think it's important to do this page 135? Or do you think it's too easy? Or should it be maybe a mid to more challenged group is doing this?
I think if you only have time for 2 or 3 independent problems, you want to do the most rigorous problems in the set.
And this one looks the most like the exit ticket.
Exactly. And you've already touched on the other, you've done 3 lessons already, like kind of doing the coins.
Right.
And we can still hit that during the concept development.
Right.
But when we're talking about independent practice, if I don't have time to do all that, I'm gonna dive into these second page problems because I really have to think through what the words mean. And like you saw how we saw with these problems here, it's more words than anything.
Right.
Right? And the lesson's talking about word problems.
Yeah.
So I think this would be more aligned with the rigor of what the lesson's trying to present.
Right. Okay.
What are your thoughts?
I agree. I agree.
But now if you have time,
If I have time, obviously, do the
Go
other
back and
ones.
hit
But I like that we're gonna focus on these 3 problems.
the most rigor. All right, so boom. Let's take a look at our lesson. Get your lesson plan in front of you. Take a look at part 1. And I think this is a really great hook. And I saw it in your slides, and I'm gonna push you a little bit in your slides. You got a little bit of time left.
Right.
I love how it has the color coordinated. It has the colors. It's big. Kids can see it. It's a great discussion from the beginning around what is the value of the coins. And I want you to think about the misconceptions we name on the board. Adding fluently, right? That's gonna be a gap. Recognizing the coins. Understanding that more coins don't necessarily mean more money. How can we stamp that within this hook here? Okay, that's the lens I want you to go into with.
Okay.
All right, my push for you in this model is mathematical discourse. Okay, so I say mathematical discourse, some things I'm looking for. Is it great discussion happening? Not just ping ponging, but you're asking open-ended questions. Students are giving responses. Do y'all agree or disagree? Why do you disagree? Let them talk.
Right.
Why do you agree? Let them explain their thinking. Like it's not student-teacher, it's more student-student kind of conversation.
Right.
Where's the turn and talk happening?
Yeah.
Where's the think aloud happening?
Yeah.
Because you can also incorporate a think aloud of maybe explaining how you're adding fluently. Or if a student's explaining it, you're writing it out of how they're coming up with their numbers. If they say, oh, I knew this was 15 cents because I said 10 plus 1 is 11 plus 1. How can you write that out so students can see the visual?
Nice.
Type of thing. Just something to think about. So I want you to do for right now, I got a highlighter here. You're on, I want you to look at what I did. So like what I do with my lesson plan, I like to put, where's my turn talk? Where can I add a little question?
Right.
Think about where you can add questions. What do you want to highlight? I'm gonna give us like 2 minutes. You got a lot of time, but 2 minutes. Where can you add some questions to really attack these misconceptions? And we're gonna allow this part 1 to be our hook for this lesson. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, cool.
That makes perfect sense.
Said 2 minute timer. Prepare it.
Yeah, no, I like it.
What I like to see is you just kind of use the slide, use me as your student.
Yeah.
Key things I'm looking for. Are we setting student expectations?
Yeah.
So Alec, you're really starting the lesson. You're
Yeah.
really teaching right now. What do you want students to be doing?
Right.
Where can the think aloud happen?
Yeah.
Right? Using our language. Where are your checks for understandings around these key misconceptions?
Mm-hmm.
Where's like a turn and talk happen?
Right.
If you can get all that within that part 1, that's a rich hook. That's gonna really get them engaged. It's gonna really set the tone for the lesson.
All right. All right. Awesome. All right. 1, 2, 3. All eyes on me.
1, 2. Eyes on you.
All right, friends. In front of you, you have some coins, and you also have a whiteboard, and you have your markers. I want you to remember these coins are tools, not toys. So are we putting our coins in our pockets?
No.
Are we gonna take the coins home? We're gonna just give them to a friend? No, we're not. We're gonna use these coins as tools, not toys. We're gonna use them to help us count. So right here on the board, I have some coins, all right? If you would like, you can take the same coins that you have in front of you and place them in front of you, okay? So you can copy what I have on the board with your physical coins. Or, my friends who want to use their whiteboard and their marker, you can draw out the value of these coins on your whiteboard. I'm gonna give you about 1 minute to go and do that. So I'm walking around, I'm checking in to make sure that they can just have the same value right here, okay? All right, now I want you all to take about 20 to 30 seconds and find the value of your coin. You can use a whiteboard, you can count the coins, you show me. But when you're done, I want you to write the value of your coins using that cent sign on your whiteboard. So again, we're gonna count the value of coins that we have and write the value on our whiteboard using the cent sign. Ready, set, go. Yes.
Question. Do you think that'd be a distraction? I'm just thinking about 5th grade.
Yeah.
Having coins and having a whiteboard, you think about time.
Right.
You want to get to the meat of what this whole piece right here is
That's
about.
true. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on just using the whiteboard and not even passing out the coins yet?
Yeah, and wait for the scaffold. So yeah, I think the whiteboard is more useful for this lesson, especially since we're wanting to do pictorially. I thought that we wanted to give them options, but I think that maybe they might not need the option. It might just take too much time.
They still get the coins.
Yeah.
I'm saying for part 1.
For part 1.
What's the whole goal of part 1?
The whole goal of part 1 is for them to identify the value and go along with the standard and then understand that these values are the same.
Bingo.
Right.
My whole goal for them is to understand what's the value of this, what's the value of this, and that they have the same value.
All right.
And also stamping that, well, how many coins you see here? I see 6. How many coins you see here? 3.
Yeah.
How do they have the same value? I'm confused.
Right.
Like that kind of stamp.
Okay.
I don't necessarily need the modeling with the coins yet. I can say that for part 2. Just something to think about. And then even with that lens, something I think about is, okay, when am I passing out these coins?
Right.
So you want to be during transition time.
Yeah.
For me, it's turn and talks.
Yeah.
So while they're turning and talking, I can then pass out the coins.
Right.
That way it's not, oh, they're playing with this, I'm playing, I'm thinking about Jameers.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the friends that are like, now you're tossing coins across the room.
Right.
Now they're not even trying to figure out the value of the coin because they're so intrigued by looking at the coin.
Yeah.
So just a thought.
No, I like that.
Get to the meat of part 1.
Okay.
All right.
So I have some coins on the board. On your whiteboard, I want you to write the value. Take the next 20 to 30 seconds to do that. I'm walking around to see if they can write the value of the coins on the board. Okay. All right. What is the value of the coins that I have on the board? When I snap my fingers, tell me. Ready, set, wait for the snap, go.
15 cents.
15 cents. Quiet hand. Who can tell me how they got 15 cents? Mr. Banks, how did you get 15 cents?
Well, I saw 10 dimes. Oh, sorry, not 10 dimes. I saw a dime that's 10 cents.
Okay.
I saw 5 pennies. That's 5 cents. 10 plus 5 is 15.
10 plus 5 is 15. Mr. Banks, if you didn't hear him, said that he saw 1 dime, and he knows that a dime is worth 10 cents.
Would you draw this, or would you just be talking?
Well, here I would probably...
Be on the whiteboard?
I'd probably be on the whiteboard writing 10 cents.
Just price right here, just so you get a feel for it. I like that's your whiteboard.
So, Mr. Banks saw that he had a dime that was worth 10 cents. He also sees that he has some pennies. He said that pennies are all worth 1 cent. He said, I have 5 pennies, so I know I have 5 cents and I have 10 cents. If I have 5 cents and I have 10 cents, that's 15 cents. Because 10 plus 5 equals 15. Is that what you were saying, Mr. Banks? Did I get that right?
That's why I said, yep.
That's what you said. Okay, so that's 15 cents. How many coins did he have in all? Not thinking about the value, but how many coins do we have in all? Quiet hand, who can tell me that? How many coins? Yeah, go ahead.
6.
6 coins. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coins. We have 1 dime worth 10 cents, and we have 5 pennies, each worth 1 cent. Okay, just making sure. And what's the total value of that again? When I snap fingers, tell me, class.
15 cents.
15 cents. Nice. All right, 15 cents. I'm going to write that on the board. Let's look at this next picture. All right. On your whiteboards, I want you to find the values of these coins now. So I'm going to give you about 10, 20 to 30 seconds to write down the values. All right, I'm coming around. Ready, set, go. I'm setting my timer. I'm walking around.
Great job keeping the time short. Good job on that. That's nice.
All right, alligator, alligator.
Chomp, chomp.
All right, what are the values? What is the value of the coins I have on the board?
15 cents. 15 cents.
15 cents. 15 cents. All right, let's all say it together. Everybody say together.
15 cents.
Okay, 15 cents. All right. All right, so we have 15 cents. Quiet hand, how did we get 15 cents here? Yes, Mr. Banks, how did we get 15 cents here, man?
Because each coin is a nickel's 5
A
cents.
nickel is 5 cents. So I'm just going to write that. A nickel is 5 cents. Keep going. A nickel is 5
So I
cents.
counted by 5s, 5, 10, 15.
Wow. So he's saying that this is a nickel, this is a nickel, this is a nickel. He says, I know that nickel's 5 cents, so that's 5 cents. I'd write this on the board. That's 5 cents, and that's 5 cents. I also really like how Mr. Banks used what we've talked about before with skip counting to count his coins. We know how to count by 5s. We see we have 3 5s. So that's counting by 5 3 times. Let's all do it together. Everybody put your dukes up. All right, let's count. Just like Mr. Banks said, he's got 3 5-cent coins. 3 nickels. Ready? Counting by 5s. Set, go. 5, 10, 15. 5 times 3 is?
15.
15. So, when I snap my fingers, tell me again how much cents do we have?
15 cents.
15 cents. I love how y'all said cents. And I liked how some of my friends on their board wrote the cent sign after the value they found. They didn't just write 15, they wrote 15 cents. And remember, that cent sign is that C with the line through it. It comes after. All right, awesome. So, my question to you is, looking at this first value we had, and the second value that we had, are they equal? Turn and talk to the person next to you or people around you about how you know if they're equal.
What does that mean? Are they equal?
Are they equal? Do they have the same total value?
There we go.
Do these coins have the same total value? My first slide here, my dime and 5 pennies that you guys said, and my 3 nickels. Turn and talk to the person next to you. You have about 20 to 30 seconds with that too. Ready, set, go. Turn and talk to your peer. All right. So give me a thumbs up if you think they have the same value. Put a thumbs down if you don't. Ready, set. Show me your thumbs. Show me your thumbs. So I'm seeing some people with thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Mr. Banks, you said these values are the same. You said they're equal. You said they're equivalent. You said they're the same. What is the value of my 1 dime and 3 pennies? How much is that worth?
15 cents.
15 cents. And how much are my 3 nickels
15
worth?
cents.
15 cents. So 15 cents and 15 cents, they're equivalent, they're equal?
They're the same.
Yes. Who agrees with Mr. Banks? Give him the agree sign. The agree sign. Okay. So your class agrees with you. So my only issue with this is, and that I'm getting kind of confused on, is this. How can we have the same value with 2 different combinations of coins. You all told me there was 6 coins.